What's going on, everyone? It's the People's Envoy Updog here with you again, and I finally got through Global Dark Dimension 7. It took me, I don't know, probably like a total of 34, 36 attacks, something like that. It was super tough just because of the team I chose, but it looks like, based on my progress, it was actually not a bad thing because I, still needed to get some gear for Cosmic and Legendary and all that. So, in the end, didn't really seem to matter too much. We're going to go through these nodes, and I will walk you through what characters to focus on and who to take out first. So, let's get started here. So, my team was Iron Patriot, Leader, Quicksilver, Black Knight, and Gambit. Tried to go cheap on the mutant gear because at the time I didn't have a lot of mutant gear, so that's why I didn't do Namor, and I didn't have enough of Namor's unique, so I wanted to do maybe Nightcrawler too, but I probably should have done that. If you do something like this where you don't take all three Cabal, then Nightcrawler is definitely a better choice, because on his special he will give speed up to the person with the highest damage. So, opening wave here, Magneto blinds everybody, so that's not fun. The other important characters to take a look at are probably going to be Leader, because we have all these villains out here, so Leader's got a lot of health, so you got to be careful of that. And then, of course, there's a lot of pre-taunts in Global, so that's kind of why I took Quicksilver, because he gets 2 turns. Every time he takes a turn, he gets 2 turns. And he can clear those taunts on his basics. So, trying to get through the Absorbing Mans here at first. Of course, the beginning waves of nodes are always going to be the worst. And there is that Iron Patriot over here in stealth. So, he's going to cause a lot of damage on you. But if he's in stealth, he's hard to hit, obviously. So, just kind of got to work around that. Black Knight with a big old swing of his sword and got rid of that Absorbing Man, so that was good. I decided to ability block the Madeline Pryor, just because she can hit pretty hard in Dark Dimension. She does have a lot of damage, especially with the boosted stats and everything. So that Iron Patriot is out of there now, and Madeline. Black Knight, he did... I'd give him like a C+ for non-restricted, but for Global, I'd give him more like a B. He's probably a B character in Global, so... So we still got Leader out there. We got Kang that just dropped in, so he's going to be a problem. You want to take him out as soon as you can. I know it's a little tough with the taunts, pre-taunts again. That's going to be a big theme in Global. Now, I did see some people taking, Cabal with Zemo into DD7, and that was an interesting choice because Zemo will clear those pre-taunts. And he could potentially always give Cabal the speed up from a crit. So, not a bad choice for Dark Dimension, but as far as like your overall roster goes, probably not the best choice. I was trying to go cheap and useful for my roster. So, turned out that Global was just horrible for the 2020 vision. Looking back, I should have done Namor, but it is what it is. I got through it eventually, and you'll be seeing my videos coming out because I've already beaten, at this point, during this recording, I've already beaten Legendary, Cosmic and Legendary, so. Alright, that's the end of that first attack. Pretty good first attack. The rest of the attacks did not go so well. Well, actually, the first node wasn't bad. The second node is really the hard one. Alright, so loading back in on that second attack. Once again, more pre-taunts to deal with. Luckily, we got an Iron Patriot special here. We can clear that pre-taunt. Do have to worry about a Kang ult, which I thought it was going to hurt a lot more than it did. I mean, it almost killed my Iron Patriot, but now this will kill Iron Patriot. So we got another Iron Patriot that dropped. More pre-taunts. Protecting that Kang. And the Omega Red. And of course the Iron Patriot too, so just a lot to get to work around. Main target when you get to this point is going to be Kang, Iron Patriot, Omega Red's a problem, Taskmaster can be a problem if you have to. If Taskmaster does get his ult off and you're like in this situation where you only have 1 or 2 characters, just let him do his ult and then just go back in there for the next attack. He'll have a stun on his second turn, but it's not nearly as bad as your whole team getting blinded by his ult. So I'm going to slowly work through this attack, getting past those pre-taunts, trying to get to Kang and Omega Red and Iron Patriot, just like I said. So I'm going to kind of speed it up here a little bit. So we're getting close to taking out Kang. We've got a lot of people stunned there. Iron Patriot has the stun too, so we got Taskmaster with a stun. We got Sylvie with a stun, so that's why I ability blocked her. And then we're going to come in with a big old swing of the sword again with Black Knights. Take out a lot of health there. Basically, it's just chipping away at this point until we get to the next wave. There's that ult from Taskmaster that I was talking about. Like I said, when you have 3 characters left on a team, you might as well just let them use it and deal with the blinds, and that way, when you come in on the next attack, it won't be too much of a problem for you. So we got Taskmaster left, Omega Red, just trying to take them out before the next wave starts. I don't know, this must be one of those waves where you have to kill everyone, so I wasn't able to get rid of the characters that I wanted to because of those pre-taunts, but we did get through it. So this wave drops in, another pre-taunt in Zuggs. We got a Rogue, we got an Archangel, I got another Leader, got a Dormammu too, that's a problem. So, you want to try and at least get Dormammu's health down a little bit before you end up dying in this wave, because that way when you start the next wave or start the next attack, then the characters won't have the revive. So that's one of the main goals if you're in this kind of situation where you're short on team members. You want to try and get some damage on Dorm. He is a Fortifier ISO, I believe, so that's a little bit annoying as well, but if you can just get him down a little bit, then you can handle it a little bit better on the next attack. Now, it is kind of hard because of the Zuggs, though, so. Alright, so here we go with the special. Trying to clear that taunt. And we're going to try and... Oh, there's a Kang back there hiding. I forgot about the Kang. He's hiding behind Dormammu. You can't even see him because Dormammu's flaming skull. So that was... that was a surprise. And I'm trying to kind of block this global section out of my mind because it was just such a slog. So here we go. Again, opening up with the Kang ult. Luckily it didn't hurt too much. And then for some reason Rogue opened up with her ult. But luckily we have a Quicksilver that can clear that taunt. And Rogue's got a taunt, so we gotta clear that one too. And now we got some damage on Dorm. And we're gonna stun that Kang. So main targets here are gonna be Kang and then Dorm. So sorry, I gotta change my order here a little bit because I totally forgot about that Kang. Dorm, Kang, probably Leader, and Rogue are who you want to focus on. Oh, and I guess Nemesis too, because he does that percent damage. He'll put out some bleeds and stuff, so we're going after that Kang, trying to take him out. He's a little bit bigger, it seems like, a little bit thicker than the other Kang that we had earlier in the node. So after a or not a failed attack, but after one attack, we've done another one. We've gotten the Kang out. We've gotten the Dorm out. Down to Nemesis. We've got Leader and Rogue still a problem. Archangel does do a lot of damage. We've got a new wave popping in. More Zugs. More Iron Patriots. Another Omega Red. We even got a Bishop in there for good measure for another pre-taunt. So, at this point, we got to take out some of those damage dealers. And the Nemesis are going to be a problem because they're both going to have the health steals, obviously. Both going to heal up the teams. Or heal up their team. So, big swing of the sword. Almost got the one Nemesis down. Rogue's almost out of there too, so that's good. Gonna be a big ult from Quicksilver. Then yet another wave comes in. Another Kang, another Rogue. The Global is just relentless. But I think the main targets, well, obviously now we got Kang in there. We got to get Kang out of there. We got Iron Patriot, Omega Red. Those are probably the main targets. Rogue's going to be annoying, so as soon as we get Kang out of there, then we have another Dorm that shows up. So he's going to be another target. Just like I was talking about earlier, you got to try and knock his health down. With only Quicksilver and Gambit, that might not be possible. We didn't get Dorm's health down before we died, so that kind of sucks. So we load back in. Still got that Nemesis to deal with. Still got Omega Red and Rogue. We are working on Dorm a little bit. So we got Dorm out of there. We've got Omega Red on the ropes and Rogue. Still need to get rid of that Nemesis, though. Ooh, there's a big ult from Archangel. We'll have to go back in on the next attack and keep working on it. Alright, so here we go. We are just about done with this wave. Only 11 enemies remaining. And this, again, is... the next wave doesn't spawn until you finish the whole thing. Until you clear it all. Once again, more pre-taunts. Of course, because why not? I'd say out of the 47 enemies, it felt like 20 of them were pre-taunts. So the main characters you want to focus on in this wave are going to be... I don't know if you're going to be able to get to Magneto before he blinds you, but if you can, that'd be ideal. Then you have 2 Iron Patriots you got to worry about. Madeline Pryor might do a lot of damage to you too if you let her pop off, so a couple attacks later, we've got Magneto down, we've got the Iron Patriots on the ropes here. We're getting closer. Once you get them down, I think it's... oh no, this is the last character. Woo! Finally! We did it! That's the first node, everyone! We're just now done with the first node. That only took 9 attacks, though. That was 9 attacks worth of recordings. That I was okay with 9 attacks. If it only took 9 attacks for the next one, I would have been fine with that too. But the next one took me a total of 32 attacks. So let's get started into the second node here. It's a rough one. Alright, so when you first spawn in, you get 2 lizards, 2 shield securities, 2 Cosmic Ghost Riders, and a Kestrel. And it's hard to get around the lizards and the shield securities because they're all taunting constantly. But the Ghost Riders are the main targets here who you want to take out. They do a lot of damage. They stun you. They flip your buffs. It's a nightmare to start off a node, so. And especially when Kestrel is also pinging you because you have defense down because of all their AoEs that they have, it's horrible. So here we are on attack number 5. So far I've only been able to take out the Lizard and the Kestrel. Like I said, those Cosmic Ghost Riders are just a pain. And so we're chipping away at it slowly. Luckily Black Knight is there helping me chip away with his passive, so. Alright, so I take out this lizard, the second lizard, and the next wave drops, I guess, if you want to call it a wave. It's only 3 characters, but you got a Weaver in there now. Now we got Cosmic Ghost Riders and a Weaver giving us problems. So I stun the Weaver with that Iron Patriot, just so we don't get any charges early on. But now the main targets are going to be Cosmic Ghost Rider. This Void Knight is really annoying too. Cosmic Ghost Rider, Void Knight, and Weaver are the main targets here when you get to this point. Alright, so 2 attacks later, we are in there with Iron Patriot. We got Weaver down, and she's out of here. We're getting close on getting that Cosmic Ghost Rider out of here too. But like I said, that Void Knight, almost every time you open up an attack, he opens up with his ult. So it's horrible if you have a Void, or it's horrible if you have a Black Knight. He'll ability block him every single time. But you just gotta keep pushing through. Alright, so I get Cosmic Ghost Rider out here with a Gambit ping. The other Cosmic Ghost Rider goes ahead and kills my Gambit. He's like, take that. And then the new wave pops in here. We've got a Morgan Le Fay. We've got a Ronin, Cap Sam. So, unfortunately, in Dark Dimension, it's really hard to take out, like, focus down a Morgan Le Fay. So I decided to just keep on working on this Cosmic Ghost Rider. Try to work on the Void Knight as well. And then once they're down, then you can try and focus on the Morgan. So I loaded in to do the next attack, and somehow a Spider Slayer snuck in there somehow. So that was unfortunate, because just one more character you got to deal with. But still going to focus on the Cosmic Ghost Rider and the Void Knight. Cap Sam's going to be annoying because he's going to give them speed. And like I said, Morgan's going to be annoying, but Void Knight and Cosmic Ghost Rider are really the ones you want to focus on, because they'll really make you pay. Morgan will make you pay too, but there's not much you can do about her until you get a little less enemies, so you can start controlling them better and working her health down. You gotta out damage her sustain that she has, which can take a while if you have a lot of enemies also hitting into you. So 4th attack here on this part of the wave. And I finally do get the Cosmic Ghost Rider out of there. I almost have Void Knight knocked down, so we're gonna try and work on him a little bit more. Hopefully, get him out of here on this attack. I can't remember exactly, but oh no, doesn't look like that's gonna happen. It's gonna probably take me a couple more attacks. So the following attack, I do take out Void Knight finally. Now we're in the position where we can start kind of working on Morgan Le Fay a little bit, because we can almost start sustaining some of the damage on the next attack, of course. Start sustaining some of the damage that the other characters are out there giving to us, while also trying to work down the Morgan on her health. As you can see, we had a nice little surprise of a Red Guardian popping up in this when I loaded it back into this next attack, so got to get around him. Just another pre-taunt in your way. So at this point, I've got Morgan about 60% health or so. We're almost done with this attack. But I'm liking my progress, even though it's taken so many attacks. And Strange ulting again on me to finish that one off. So it took me about another attack to get rid of the Red Guardian. Morgan specialed, so she healed up in the previous attack. But now we're only get down to 3, so we can really start working on Morgan, and maybe that Strange there, trying to take him out. I'm getting tired of him ulting in my face. Just a matter of time before we get her knocked down. And that Black Knight ult, taking a lot of damage, or taking a lot of health away from her. So we got Strange worked down. We almost have Morgan. She has a slow, so I'm going to work on Wong a little bit here. He's got the vulnerable too, so those vulnerables are key when you're using Cabal. There we go, got her out of there. Just Wong left. We got to take him out. We're going to build up our cooldowns and wait for the next wave to drop. Still got 18 characters left. We're already into like attack number 15 or 16 or something at this point, so pretty rough. Alright, the next wave drops in, of course, with more pre-taunts, because why not? Got 2 Red Guardians. So main focus is going to be Kestrel, Weaver. The Thors in this node, they do a lot of damage, especially if you have a protector like Black Knight. He's going to be pinging that Black Knight a lot with his passive. The top priority targets are going to be Kestrel, Weaver, and even that Lizard can be a problem. And somehow, when I was talking about the targets, Void Knight slipped in there too. So he's also annoying. Like I said before, he's going to be ability blocking. If you have a Black Knight, he's going to be ability blocking him every time. So he's going to be a target as well. Because I can't make a lot of progress on other characters in this node, Void Knight actually died first because of all the Black Knight pings. I'm already into like 4 attacks on this wave alone. So, and as you can see, it doesn't last. It doesn't take very long. They get destroyed. So I'll probably be bringing Namor. Yeah, probably Namor on my second run, just so I can get through a little quicker. Maybe I don't know if I'll have. I don't know if I'll have enough uniques for Nightcrawler, but for sure Namor I'll be bringing for the second run. All right, so we're a couple more attacks into this. Got the lizard down, and once that happens, then the next part of the wave spawns in. We got Cosmic Ghost Rider. We still got Weaver and Kestrel we're dealing with. We got another Starbrand. Starbrand does a lot of damage in this node as well, so he's a little bit of a problem. But we're getting closer on getting that Kestrel and Weaver out of here. But those other characters I just mentioned are going to be some high priorities too. So at the end of my previous attack, I was able to get Kestrel out of there. Weaver's almost dead. Oh, there she goes. She's right there. She's gone now. Now it's just the Cosmic Ghost Rider, Starbrand maybe. We got 2 Thors now, so they're really thumping on my Black Knight. Alright, so at this point I've done 28 attacks on this node, which I went back and checked was more attacks than the total of the other attacks of all the other nodes in Dark Dimension 7 so far. So I was pretty frustrated, but we only got 10 enemies left. I just got that Cosmic Ghost Rider out of there. Like I said, those Thors are just thumping my Black Knight all the time. I think I want to try and take out this Sam here before he causes any more problems with more speed or taunting or anything. Although maybe I'm thinking he's going to bleed out. I don't know. Oops. There's a quit out. There's a reset. But it's getting closer. So something interesting happens here. When I kill that Cosmic Ghost Rider, Morgan drops. Now I think, yeah, this is all the enemies remaining on the node. So Morgan and, of course, another Pre-Taunt, another Shield Security. Oh, and a Cosmo back there too. Because why not? We just want another healer, right? So main targets, again, are going to be Thor. Probably Cosmo, because Cosmo heals and cleanses debuffs and stuff. But that is if you can get around the Pre-Taunts. We got Starbrand, like I said, does a lot of damage too. So those are the targets for this last part of Node 2. Let's go fast forward to closer to the end and show you what happens. Alright, finally on my last attack here, we're going to speed it up just a little bit. I was pretty happy I was able to take out the last 7 enemies on the node all in one shot. Got a little bit of good RNG finally in my way, and we took them out. So basically, while I'm finishing this up, I'll give you my final thoughts on Global. Basically, you definitely want somebody, a character or 2, who can get around those pre-taunts. I don't really know if I really have a recommended team to take in here. A 3-piece Cabal is good with Nightcrawler, and then Black Knight is always a good choice for your roster. That'd probably be, if I were going to recommend any team, that'd probably be the team that I would say would be the better choice. That would probably be the team that I would say would be the better choice to bring. Unless you're going to bring like a full extreme, that's a lot of mutant gear. Maybe the new Illuminati team might be okay, because I think Shuri and Hank are both global. That might be okay, because then you have a mix of origin gear, and Hank has a lot of synergy with like heroes and everything. So something to consider. I don't think I'd probably recommend Alpha Flight. They're okay, but they're not like super great. I mean, unless you're big into war defense. So, or I mean, they'd be good to have for the spotlight raids, but we don't know how long the spotlight raids are going to last. So, there you have it. My final thoughts on Global. It was a huge slog for me. Don't make the same mistakes that I did. And until next time, make sure you spend those resources wisely, and we will see you in the next one.